Hey folks, Michael Johnson TV, welcome to the stream. It's 8:12 a.m. on, oh my goodness, what day is it? It's Friday, 18th of August. Yeah, been on vacation this week and doing this vacances photo vacation safari escapade around Montreal area with my five co-vacationers, co-photographers, and our mentor. So, bit nervous. I'm not haven't done my down selection yet. I've got 100 photos that I gathered that I collected. That's our capture phase. So this whole thing actually is related to building a second brain. Also, the book, the course that brought me a fair bit of value. That course. So shout out to Tiago Forte for that. And I like to think of it as when we go out shooting photos, I mean, we had specific location, organized, time frame, we had schedule as a function of the weather and the light and the sunset and all this stuff. And we arrived a bit earlier than planned and then made a sort of a game time choice to go a bit earlier, even though maybe we weren't going to have the golden hour and the light. And ideally, we would have been there around sunset time so that we could get nice colors in the sky and boom. But there was predicted storms later in the evening, so we ended up going a bit earlier than planned. And then, well, we got a storm anyways, but it was just a quick one. Quick, intense storm. Took shelter for a while, and then I took a few slow-mo videos of raindrops on on the water, on the lily pads, and there was just these cloud formations were amazing. So, that's like the capture phase. You go out, take pictures of a location, you're capturing. That's the capture phase. Now we got to do the organization, the distillation, and the expression, which is kind of actually, well, organization. I've organized it into Lightroom. We've got our photos organized by capture time. We've got all the information that we need. Maybe we put some metadata, we put some location data on there. But essentially, we're going to maybe more do like a distillation. We're going to try to pick our favorites. We need to distill this down. 100 photos need to be distilled down into our 15 top picks to send to the mentor to have some commentary, to have some feedback, to have some discussion about those photos. So that's what we're going to be up to today. And I'm already a bit nervous because usually I would like operate in a particular way, but I'll show you all that later. We just follow our process. We follow the process. So for now, we're going to jump into the tour. So, what am I doing here? I'm just going to make a log here, /time in my log seek, start tour. So go to Google Maps. And I was about to record this segment or not, but that's okay. We're just going to jump into it. Hey folks, welcome to a photography photo tour of the Parc Nature de l'Île Bizarre. Here you can see on the map here Montreal, the island of Montreal. And in the past few days we've been playing down here in an industrial area. And we went here into the village. And we went to Habitat 67 over here on this little spit of land over here. And yesterday was our nature day, so we went over here to Île Bizarre. It's an island on its own, and there's several golf courses there, including apparently the oldest golf course in Canada, the Royal Montreal Golf Club. There's 1, 2, 3 golf clubs, and we were going here to Bois de l'Île Bizarre Nature Park. So we drive up, we arrive here, park here, cross the road, walk through the woods a little bit. And then we get out onto this nice, wetlands here, this kind of swamp and wetlands. And this satellite view is probably not up to date because there is a nice passerelle, again, sort of a pontoon bridge that's been placed there apparently by helicopter. They placed all the segments by helicopter and joined them up together. There's a whole story there about construction and collusion and corruption and delays to the project and COVID and all this stuff. But basically, we were walking like between here and here on this bridge over the water, on top of the water, a floating bridge. So whenever someone would cycle by or would run by, it would shake a little bit, but not too bad. So that's it pretty much. I mean you're down here and we got, nice forest nearby. So you're really looking for a mix of like sky and clouds and the horizon line and the trees and the swamp and the lily pads and some birds maybe, some flowers, some reeds blowing in the wind. It was quite a bit of a challenge really to compose things in a way that is inviting and agreeable. So let's jump over to Lightroom and see what we got. So let's go full screen. There we go. Let's just keep the sidebar so that, we hide that. Yeah, so what do we got? We got 109 photos, which includes a few videos and a few random things. And typically what I would do in a down selection in a photo down selection or distillation is reject everything at the beginning. I use the Lightroom tools, which are, let me just show this picture randomly. P for pick, and that gives you this little flag down here. It flags it. Hey, flag, or U to remove flag, or X to set as rejected, and U to remove the flag. So typically what I would do, and I should just again follow my process, Control A selects all, X sets as rejected. And the idea here is that we want to minimize the number of decisions that you need to make on each photo. So a first pass through, we want to simply pick ones that have even just a little bit of potential, we believe, but keep the other ones like rejected. If it's clearly out of focus, overexposed, totally underexposed, irrecoverable, just bad, we just keep it rejected. Otherwise, if you don't set any flags at the beginning, then you need to make a decision. Should I pick it? Should I reject it? Should I pick? Is it a reject or a pick or a just no, whatever? You want to just go a bit to the extremes. Reject everything and then just pick. You only have one choice to make every single time as you're going through, and that's pick. You just pick. It's just a quick decision. So let's just jump into it. This is kind of nice, actually. I like this one. A little bit of foreground, a little bit of tree, a little bit of trees. You're really looking for layers. That's the challenge here in this kind of an environment, is to layer the photograph in the way that sort of leads the eye around, down, back, up, and sideways without too much boring stuff. So maybe there's a bit too much lily pads in the front, but that's okay. We can see that later. So let's pick that one. This one is kind of nice. It shows you the environment. So let's pick that one. This one's nice too. Pick that one. This one is good. Again, layers and like leads your eye around and then to the clouds and then to the tree. So we'll pick that one. This one, similar location, a bit of a different light. The light changed a little bit. This is kind of nice also. This one's overexposed. We keep that rejected. This was just a video showing a little pano video. A little bit, looks a bit crooked at the end, so I'm just going to reject that one. I did a few videos along the way. Let's see, what are we doing here? This is with iPhone. It's kind of a big wide angle. I like that. Yeah, see, this one's kind of boring, actually. Like a lot of, whoops, don't hit the mouse. A lot of open space here. Bit of clouds reflected, but kind of boring. So keep that rejected. This is kind of nice. Again, like a strong point in the image at the tree, brings your eye around to the clouds, to the other layers. So you can see some details in the grass. Yeah, it is in focus. This was with my Fuji. Yeah. Pick that one. I think I took two here. This one's a bit underexposed, so we'll pick this one. It's kind of flat, but okay. A lot of sky, so we could maybe work with the sky, and I wonder if I took another exposure here. But generally, well, it's also good to sometimes have the develop module open so we can maybe bring up some shadows in there to see that. Yeah, meh. This one too. This thing's a bit distracting on the side here. But that's our passerelle. This is where we would walk. This is the floating kind of bridge. There was a little structure here, and it goes off to the left. Here, there's a little covered structure. You can sit down on a bench. It was quite pleasant, but not really the photo to keep. Video is not supported. See, I was doing videos. Yeah, my desktop audio is muted, so this is kind of boring. Oh, I was playing with the exposure as I was taking the video. I didn't like how Fuji was operating with my video capture, so I wanted to just see the grass, waving grass, but rejected. And videos kind of screws up my flow here anyways. Big cloud, like that one. We'll have to work on that one a bit because this is with, again, Fuji. Yeah. Big reflected cloud, which is kind of fun. Yeah. Bit too much sky, a bit boring in the sky. Bit boring, sort of not quite close enough in, too many elements and too far zoomed out. I've got a better one of that. Nice layers here, a bit of water, a bit of lily pads, a bit of grass, a bit of trees, a larger tree, nice clouds. Bit of an exposure issue. A few layers and one of our friends there. Pretty flat, pretty uniform, pretty boring. Trying to get clouds, but it's a bit centered, a bit too centered in the middle and sort of kind of boring. But those are nice big clouds, though. Oh, I was doing a panoramic here. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3. So what we do for panoramics, we just do this in control. No, there's a way to do photo merge, control M. So I think if you do shift control M, photo merge, it's going to merge these together and create a panorama in the background, ideally, so you can continue doing your down selection, maybe come back to that one later. Oh, see, and it makes a stack. Isn't that nice? Here's our panoramic. Nice big clouds. Let's pick this one. HD pano. Yeah, okay. These three, we can just reject them. We can reject that one. Let's see this one. Oh, with iPhone. It's about the same picture as the other one. Nice sky, though. Hmm, maybe. This one's kind of boring, like a couple of ducks and a lot of water. It's like my zoom was not big enough to really capture the ducks. I'm maxed out at 200 millimeters, so boring, kind of like meh, meh, a duck on a pond. If I could zoom in really like, zoom in and have a nice portrait of the duck, maybe with some nice background, then that would be different. A bit uniform, a bit boring. A lot of lily pads in the foreground here and kind of boring again. Boring. A nice memory, but not like a beautiful photograph. Uh, bit boring again. But maybe if we boost up the exposure just a little bit, boost in the shadows. I don't know if this is strong enough to really gather our attention. I'm kind of drawn to this water, and it's a bit boring. Here's a video. A little bit of wavy grass. No, keep that rejected. Big sky, but nothing more interesting than that. Reject. Bit kind of boring. These little like T's here, boom, 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 going up. Eh. Overexposed. Then we took a video here. It's kind of pleasant. Lovely video of the reeds blowing. I might pick that one. And now we can't do developing in Lightroom with videos, but what you can do is capture a frame. And when you capture a frame, we're here on the video, it should make you a frame here, a still frame. Then you can do some development on that frame. You can take down the highlights. There's not much you can do because it's like a JPEG, right? It's a JPEG, but it's one frame from that image. And all we're going to do is maybe we even go to black and white here. And just boost up the kind of, bring down the greens a little bit. We want to get a bit more contrast in here. So the contrast is between like greens and yellows, I think. Just highlight a bit more yellows and bring down the greens, maybe the aquas as well, darkening the mix. Not too much. We're affecting the sky. No. Okay. That's kind of nice. And then what we can do is we select this one and we select the video, and then we say sync settings. And typically we can check all, but all I really want is black and white mix, but that's okay. Let's just synchronize. And then it actually develops the video. So this is cool. This is in Lightroom. You can actually develop video. And I would probably, at some point, the camera gets shaken up, so I'd probably crop this in. Trim video. That's what you can do here. Whoop. Blah. Trim in from here. Where does the shaking start? Oh, right here. Right here. So, there we go. Got a little video. Black and white video of the grass. I might bring this into, Touch Designer, play with it a little bit, have some feedback, have some motion blur, some smearing between that, between the grasses moving. But yeah, pick that. That's cool. Another video. Kind of boring. Rejected. This is, well, maybe we can work with this a little bit. Sometimes you want to be in the develop module so that you can just quickly boost things up a little bit and see what the composition's really going to look like. But a bit distracting here, a bit, yeah, I don't really like that one. A lot of sky here. But if we make that sky really pop, yeah, we might keep that one. Kind of boring. Kind of boring. A big bunch of wood and some reflections. Not really that great. It's kind of cut off at the bottom. Let's see this video. Oh, another video of the moving stuff. No, we don't want that. Another video. Oh yeah, I tried to play with the exposure. Let's try that trick again. Let's capture a frame. Go back here. Do a little develop on the frame. There's not much we can recover because it's a JPEG, but we can play around with it. Bring down the highlights, up the shadows. Think about black and white also again. Bit of clarity. It's going to boost it up. Down, up the yellows. Down the green. No, just up the yellows. Just looking for this little bit of highlights in the yellow little bits there. That's kind of nice. So then we take this. Where's our video? Select the video, sync settings, check all, synchronize, and now, hello? Our video should be nice black and white. Still a bit dark. So, yeah, okay, no, meh. A lot of uniform here. It's overly uniform reeds and a bit of sky, so not really that interesting. Big sky here. It's like these branches angled into it. Oops. Kind of like that actually. What's this with iPhone? Wide? Super wide? Yeah, the super wide iPhone camera is really kind of special. And then this is again iPhone horizontal. I prefer the horizontal. Let's reject this, pick this. Big sky. That's what the wide angle's for. Really, like you put your camera like angled toward the sky and just look at where you're placing this line is essentially how you make this kind of picture. Just how much clouds do I want to? Yeah, big sky. That's what you're looking for. Yeah, okay, interesting texture, but ultimately a bit boring. Let's just go back, make sure we pick that one. Yeah, boring. Kind of uniform. Might be nice in a black and white. Bit more of the textures kind of coming out. Kind of boring, but something about the black and white that I like. If we just cranked up the yellows a little bit and cranked down the greens a bit. And the blues, any blues in the sky? On the blues, get a bit more texture in the sky. And what else are we looking for here? Bit of clarity. Just make it pop a little bit. This is kind of nice. I don't mind that. Boring, just like a lot of stuff. I mean, interesting like textures and little surface tension, and I kind of like that. I'd like to take this into Touch Designer and do some edge detection, but I don't think I'll do that. It's kind of boring as a photo. This one also, very uniform in the bottom, so not that interesting. Not much to look at in the bottom here. Again, just a big object, kind of boring. Sorry, I'm saying the word boring a lot here, but it's just, hey, that's how we roll. I mean, you go out thinking like you're just trying lots of different things when you're out there, just going with your instinct, just trying to experience the place and get a feel and just connect to the emotions of the place and then the feelings of the place and just capture something that, resonates. Capture what resonates. There's another building a second brain idea, so it applies equally well in photography. Capture what resonates. This resonated at the time. Two ducks, one's head underwater, another head underwater. But yeah, no, not that interesting as a photo. This neither, kind of boring. Looking for some textures, but ultimately pretty boring. There it's starting to rain. You can see the little raindrops, so I had some fun with that. Oops. Oh yeah, here's some raindrops coming down. I'll do it again with the audio this time. One more time. Nice. I want to keep that. It's kind of a pleasant souvenir of that rainy period. Next. Kind of boring. Oh, it's another video. Yeah, kind of boring. Prefer the other one. This is nice. Big clouds, bit of light here. With the iPhone wide, I think, super wide. Oh, medium wide, maybe. Oh, no, this was lovely. This was with my Fuji, actually. Nice. Did I take a picture of this also? I hope so. Oh dear, did I? If not, let's grab a still frame from this. Whoops, let me turn off the audio. Whoa. Let's pick this one. It's kind of nice. Keep the video. Then so this is just the story of our outing also. The rain came, had some fun there. This is kind of nice. I think I was with my iPhone out in the wet. Went out in the rain with my iPhone because I'm not really set up to be out in the water, out in the rain with my cameras. So got to organize myself for that a bit better. A little pano, you can see our other folks. Whoops. Our other folks down there chilling out under the cover. It's kind of nice. Not sure I like this vertical one. I thought like big sky with the iPhone, but it's a lot of sky. With the sun there, it's kind of neat. Let's pick that one. This one also, there is a feature here. A little bit of a boundary around the feature, another layer here, the trees, and then a big cloud. Let's pick that one. Another video. Kind of boring. I'm obsessed with like the raindrops and the texture that it creates, but this was ultimately a little bit boring. This is nice. Probably iPhone. Yeah, ultra wide. Another video here. Play that again. It's just, we're going to pick this one. Raindrops. Texture. I like to have keywords sometimes. That's part of the organization and distillation process, is adding keywords so that you can have, you can search within your Lightroom when you want to show me all the photos with raindrops. I mean, until we get an AI that can go through your thing and describe all the photos, you got to do that a bit more manually these days, which is fine. There, I know Lightroom is developing AI to help you with like some of the processing. I think I was zoomed in here a bit more. That was maybe a slow-mo, so I don't really want to keep that one. Bit too much zoomed in also. Big cloud. Big sky. Wonder how much we can recover in the shadows because it's quite dark underneath there. Oh yeah, okay, not bad. Drop the highlights, get a bit more contrast in the sky. Sure, let's keep that one. This one too. Pushing the limits of JPEG here, of course, but yeah, we're just trying to make something nice. I like the horizontal a bit more than the vertical one, so let's keep that one and probably rotate it a little bit actually. Looks a bit crooked. The sort of presumed horizon line seemed a bit crooked to me. That's nice. Nice texture in the clouds. Same here. Meh. Video. Another video. This was not that interesting, I don't think. Yeah, not so much. Reject. A big bunch of reeds. It's kind of boring as a subject. Oh, it's another video. Reeds blowing in the wind with raindrops. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now the color's coming out. The light is coming out. We're back with my 55 Nikon. This is nice. Bit of foreground, keeps your eye around here. A little bit of elements to break up the continuity. Some trees, some clouds. We could do a little develop on this one. A little bit more exposure, a little bit of whites. Not too much. Drop the highlights. We're looking for texture in the sky. And a little bit of shadow. No. This could be nice in black and white also. We could drop the blues, boost the yellows. Drop the greens a little bit too. Bring out some contrast in the foliage. It's nice. This one, this one. Also kind of nice. I mean, there is a foreground element. There's a bit of breaking up the discontinuity, making discontinuity. Did I expose it differently the next one? No. A little bit of sky. Not enough sky, maybe. Oh, well, I mean, you do see the line of the trees here, which is quite nice. Yeah, again, this is supposed to be a rapid once through. Where are we at in our, we're at 102 out of 112. Okay, so we're getting there. We're getting close. This is okay. I don't think I've kept that many rejected though, which is a bit worried about that. It's going to be a lot of photos to go through. How's our depth of field? Where's our focus? Nah, it's focused in the back there. I like how these branches were kind of encircling those clouds though. It was neat. Let's pick this one. Why not? We could play with a little bit the whites. Drop the highlights, get some detail in those clouds. Boom. Darken up the ground area. Kind of interesting. Pick that one. This is kind of good. Again, breaking up the continuity here, the uniformity, bringing in some discontinuity here. Bit of a foreground element, a little bit of reflection, a lot of sky. We can probably boost that up, boost up the sky, drop the highlights. Bit of contrast in the sky. Bring up the shadows. Then what we might do is do a mask. Again, I'm doing too much work for one that I'm not sure is going to be in my top. So this is always the risk when you're doing a down selection. Don't do too much post-processing before you've really down selected. What I wanted to do was invert this mask. So invert the sky mask means you're working just on the foreground elements. Then we can maybe boost up some clarity in the foreground. Close the mask. Close. We can see before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. Yeah, nice. A little bit too far off on the side, a bit too much water, a bit too uniform there, maybe. A lot of sky here. More sky here. This is a wide angle iPhone. I do like it. What's this camera? Fuji. This is kind of nice, actually. We've got better ones of that. This is okay. Nah. And there we go. So let's filter on, we just go control backspace. Only 11 rejected? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. We got a problem here. Oh no, I'm on video filter. Okay. Control backspace, 58 rejected. So we remove from collection. And now how many do we have left? 43. Okay. 43 photos now. So that was like, from 112, where am I at here? 112 to 43. We need to go to our 15 top. So now what I do is I select all. Well, first I put it on no filtering so we can, okay, no, there's no rejected. That's good. So we just select all and unflag. So now we're kind of back to a clean slate, and Control-Shift-D undoes the selection. Then we're looking for kind of our picks. So we want to just say, I don't know, how do I roll to find picks exactly? Like, I don't know, really, I couldn't say. Big sky, I like that. This is boring. Just looking through. Big sky, I like the big sky. The black and whites. The light. The light with the big sky. More big clouds. This was kind of neat, the black and white. And we've got 9 picks. Oh my goodness. Let's just go through a bit more systematically. There's a whole art there of like ranking your own photos, down selecting them, choosing the best ones. I'm not very good at it, to be honest. Um, this one or this one? I don't know. I like this. I like the brightness of this one, but this one maybe we could work it a little bit. This one also. We've got 3 of kind of a similar. We've got 4 of like a similar look here. So then now is when we start doing a little bit of post-processing in order to just see the full potential of some of these photos. So here we need to boost up the shadows a bit, but we're limited because it's JPEG. It's going to cause a bit of noise. Just want to see that. And or actually, I was in RAW. Wasn't I in Apple RAW at some point? I was trying to shoot in Apple RAW, but not sure it really worked. But this is nice. Big cloud. Let's keep that one. So pick. So now everything is unpicked, and we're picking to really pick. We're not just picking to take out of the reject pile. Remember. So remember. Bit too uniform here. It's a bit in the center. I'd rather have like either more sky or more swamp. Like here, more sky. Yeah, it's already picked. That's good. Nah, no. This is the video. So this we can reject the still photo. We keep the video. Or no, just undo. I don't want to reject it. Keep it, but it's not picked. And let's boost up a little bit the shadows in here. Are we in RAW? Yeah, this is a Fuji RAW. Play with the whites a tiny bit. And drop the highlights. Bring some more detail in the sky. Shadows. The clarity. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Big sky again. I like that. We've already played with that. Pick that one. I'm picking too many again. Picking too many. There's not much interesting happening in the sky, so. Whoa. No, I want to just. Why is this? I don't know. Okay, video not supported. Another video. This was just, the videos are just for our pleasure. They're not really to send to the photography mentor for feedback. Although a still of one of these would be kind of fun. So let's just choose one. Sorry, I'll turn off the volume. Capture frame. And let's play with this one. Let's pick this one. Yeah. Could develop that up a little bit. Drop the blacks. And the shadows drop, make a bit more contrast in the darks. And whites. Drop the highlights a bit. Bit of clarity. That's kind of my usual recipe, I guess. It's funny. I mean, each picture is different and needs its own post-processing typically, but there are some sort of simple basic principles there. Don't really like that one that much. This one neither. No, unflag that. Yeah, yeah. I think I've got way too many picks though. Let's undo this one. I like this one more. Video. It's already picked. This is nice. Looking at the shapes of those clouds. Let's pick this one, play with it a bit more. On the whites, the highlights. The blacks are already down there. Boost up the shadows a little bit. Some more detail in there. Oh, yeah, pick that one. Nice. I like the shape of this little cloud here. And then the line there. A little bit of water. Okay, so let's see what we got in terms of picks now. 18. Okay, so we need to get rid of 3. And I think typically I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we can do is hit N for like compare mode. And I really like this one. It's got a lot of clouds and it's got light. And I don't like this one, so let's unflag that one. And this one I don't like it at the right-hand side, so unflag that one. And like there's more cloud in the space here than there is here, so we're going to unflag that one. And that's our pick, right? And then we're filtering in Lightroom on attribute, and we've got picked. So then we can see we've got 15 photos. Those are our 15. That's our down selection. Then they're all horizontal, which is, oh, except one, but that's okay. Typically, what I would start to do is actually make a print and just make a screenshot of it. All film strip photos. And then Lightroom is really annoying for making these prints, I find. You got to mess around with like the file dimensions. And it just kind of gets screwed up. Can I reduce? There we go. Try to reduce the width just a bit, not too much. There we go. So the stroke border's a bit too thick for my taste. There we go. So 5 by 3. That's nice. Let's take a screenshot of that. Zoop. And where are we putting that? Into our logseek page. Oops. Okay, there's our little contact sheet, is what you would call it in the film days. Contact sheet meant you took all the strips of negatives and you printed a sheet that had all of the negatives on the sheet. And then so you could look through and sort of circle, I want this one, which ones that you wanted to further develop. So this is kind of what we're doing here. If we go back to the grid mode, and we filter on none, this is kind of like a contact sheet in Lightroom. And so you can look through, oh, pick this one, pick this one, pick this one. And that's basically what we've done here. So we've got now our 15 picks that are our top photos, and these are the ones I'm going to send to the mentor for feedback, and we'll have a Zoom a bit later to go through all of the photos. So, folks, I hope you enjoyed this tour of Ile Bizarre in Montreal, Bizarre Island, named after Mr. Jacques Bizarre, I think. There's a few roads named after him, and a lovely nature spot. I recommend it. And that's it for this part of the stream. Let's go back to Logi plus graphics. You don't know what I'm talking about. I have these settings on my little pad on the side here, and having fun. Rolling with the stream. Rolling with the stream. So, what's next? Got to look at our stream page for our brainstorm. And, well, it's time to take our break, but I'm not sure I have anything more to stream. So that was the tour, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in to Michael Johnson TV. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of Ile Bizarre with the photos and the stuff and the videos and a little bit of a how-to on Lightroom on how to down select, how to curate, how to distill your photos down. This is just one way to do it. This is how I roll, and maybe I did it a bit of a weird way because I was on a stream, so then, oh my God, like people are watching, like what am I going to do? Ah! Chill out. Everything's good. We're just sharing our methodology, and that was my methodology. So now I got to go send those to our mentor because we got to send them by 10 a.m. That's the schedule. That's the delivery schedule. And then we'll be out later today. So tune in again. Maybe tomorrow I'll stream again. No guarantees, no refunds. Not sure I'm going to schedule that one ahead of time, but we'll have a stream of today's photos, which is going to be inside the metro, the subway of Montreal, taking square pictures. Different rules, different style of composition that you get when you take photos in a square composition. And we're going to be in a couple of metro stations that have nice architectural features and leading lines, and you're underground, and you got big, like, structures, vertical structures, and all kinds of stuff. It should be a wild, wild time. It's the last day of our vacation, photo vacation. It's been an up and down ride. It's been fun. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for following along.